we've talked about this show in the past. When this show got greenlit, like many people, I had my doubts that it would ever come to fruition because, like so many other things with Star Wars at that point, nothing was coming to fruition. We still haven't gotten the Lando show, which was announced at the same time as this. But lo and behold, this one got pushed through. I mean, when they started
because they had plenty of chicks that they needed to put in something and to make them gay and lame. There's too much lame gay chickness that was it was in supply, and they had to like put it somewhere, and so they got to put it here.
Guys, I've got news on this. This just came across my fax machine. Yes, the Pro Fax is here. Hang on a second, guys. Let me read this to you. All right, here we have it.
I love the sound effect.
Here we have it. Apparently, how the confusion happened about whether this show was real or not. There was a typo, and someone saw that it was a sizzle reel. In fact, I'm here to report that what has been discovered is the Acolyte was always a scissor reel.
Yeah, I knew that's where that was going. Oh, God.
And demonetized again.
I mean, look.
We're just into crafts. We love crafts. Get your Elmer's glue out. Get your scissors. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, look. Yeah, Mike had him ready to go. And I know recently
always does.
We had the article, the interview with Leslye Headland. We had her, and I used some of the clips in the video the other day. In fact, let me go back here. I have it saved in my bookmarks. Some of the comments that Leslye Headland made about this when this was being set up. Matter of fact, here it is. And I'll back this up because, Frozen was the inspiration for the Acolyte. Somehow. But that's what she said. Don't believe me? I'll bring it up on the screen right now.
It's the craziest story I've ever. I mean, this really, I could not believe it when the video happened.
No, I couldn't either, but, well, I guess we got to listen to it, and this shouldn't get us in trouble.
I haven't heard this, so this is going to be
Mike, you have not? You are in for something.
No.
I had some of this in the video I did Friday, so here's the whole thing.
Is there a way to zoom in on Mike's face while he hears this for the first time? This is amazing stuff. Here we go.
Maybe I missed this video of yours.
That's great. Right. Mike, stare intently so the audience can see your soul shredded by how stupid.
Let me enlarge it on my side here. All right, I'm enlarging it. All right, let her rip. Go.
When I saw Frozen as a grown-ass woman, I cried through the entire movie. There was just something about the relationship between the sisters, the like de-villainization of the classic kind of fairy tale bad guy, the concept of true love being between two sisters and not a heterosexual relationship. Like it just destroyed me completely. And I thought, gosh, I would love to make something like this that is, for lack of a better term, Disney, meaning it's something that like my parents would have allowed me to see when I was younger as a queer person.
Gotcha.
But I would have been able to understand as a queer person. And I think I would have had a completely different life. And so I really was inspired by it and was like, God, I would love to make a story like this. And so when I was developing this original idea to pitch to Kathleen, I thought, well, it can't just be that. When you're pitching Star Wars, you have to pull from what, George was also interested in. Like, it can't just be like, well, I'm referencing, especially if you're going to set something, during the High Republic or end of High Republic into prequels, you don't have the Skywalker saga. Like, you can't reference a character that was created by George and or Filoni. Like, you have to create your own new characters.
So
You're getting frozen in space, Mike. Sorry.
Well, here's the goofy part with this, right? And that is that why couldn't you? Yoda's still around.
He's going to wear lipstick, though.
Yoda's only 800 years old at this point instead of 900 years old. Why the hell isn't he around? Or he should.
He is. He will be. Watch and see. They'll throw Yoda in this. Yeah.
Well, no. I get that, but like she's talking in this interview. By the way, the young lady standing next to her is Amanda Stenberg. She's in the show. Wonderful little actress from The Hunger Games, the first movie, 15 years ago, whatever that was now. She played little Rue. Wonderful actress. She is now identifies as non-binary, is my understanding.
Of course she does.
Of course
she fucking does. Of course
That
she
was-
does. Why wouldn't she? Of course she does. I got a question. So I look at this Leslye Headland. You know
Shoulder
what?
pads,
I wonder,
Mike. She's got more shoulder pads. It's how you know her and her wife.
bro, like I haven't seen shoulder pads like that since I rewatched some 80s movies. Number
The
one.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, right. Number
Oh, that's
two
4-inch
is,
foam.
did that
That's
hair-
4-inch foam.
Number two, didn't that hairstyle go out like right after the movie Wall Street came out? And number three, I've always wondered how come if like what's that director producer guy's name? Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wondered like how could his assistant be right there? Well, look at her. Of course he didn't touch her.
She was
She
probably
was saved.
she was probably thirsting after a lot of the folks that Harvey was bringing in. So that being said,
Do I have
Look,
to change my pronouns on the show while I'm here?
yeah, you can go ahead and change your pronouns all you like. Okay, so what we have here, we've established the fact that Leslye Headland went in with I Love Frozen. This was awesome because I wish there was more age-appropriate queer movies as a child that her parents could take her to see as a queer child or whatever. And out of this, this was great because it didn't have a heterosexual love relationship like every other Disney movie before it did. It was the
And
love
the
between
sisters
two
just
actual
love-
sisters, which is fine.
Yep. But in
But
a
then
queer
it's-
way. In a
But
queer
yeah, but she's bringing this.
Queer sister love.
I want to make a show or a movie with all of these themes, and then it was like, oh, by the way, I could wrap this in a Star Wars skin. I'll pitch this to Kathy so I can make my movie, but she can let me use Star Wars for it.
The Force never bothered me anyway.
I think Mike's in trouble back there.
It's funny how some Jedi.
Is he?
Is Yoda gonna be in this thing?
That's what we were saying. The comment here at the end about how, well, you know, we don't have to, where is it? And so when I was developing the original idea to pitch to Kathy, it can't just be that, you know, we have to pull from what, you know, George was also interested in. It can't just be like, well, I'm referencing, especially if you're going to set something during the High Republic or into the High Republic, you don't have the Skywalker saga. And then she says, you can't reference a character that was created by, like, you can't reference a character created by George or Filoni.
All right, so
Except for Yoda, except for the Jedi.
right, and so Yoda has a special message. Discover my pronouns, I will.
Oh, God. We'll probably get copyrighted for that.
I don't know. When Disney bought Star Wars, this is definitely what I thought they were going to do with it. Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 2014. or
Totally.
whatever. Yeah.
Totally.
This is
Yeah,
where it's going.
I mean, this is just, it's such a bizarre, and again, it's another one of these situations where you have people that have been brought in to work on a piece of intellectual property that don't understand it. Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.